Anyways, I'm starting the stream. Let's see if we're going. I've started working on a fun video project unrelated to Spiny Norman. Perhaps we can talk about that along with other Spiny Norman related things.
All Spiny Norman.
Spiny Norman all the time.
Are we recording?
I believe, yeah. Talk.
Yeah, talking.
Yeah, I was waiting on YouTube because it was acting weird. All right, let's just
Yeah, so
do.
here's my resignation to Smash Pack. I'll just be on Spiny Norman 24/7.
That sounds good.
Fuck your dreams, right?
Like Olivia's going solo on Smash Pack now.
Yeah.
I was sure of that. What? Start a new game. All right, wait. Okay,
Knuckles and Tails.
I'm like really stupid and didn't understand how the drop dash worked. That they had a mania for the longest time. I kept just trying to double push A twice, expecting that to do it. But now I finally got it down, and now I want to use it in 2 because I'm playing Mania again. You know what I'm realizing about Mania though? That despite me like praising the game, I've never fucking beat it because I made it to a level that I never played before. I'm like, oh shit, I never beat this game. I
Oh
thought I
wow.
did. I thought I did for some reason. I've beaten these a lot, but yeah, I'm like fucking like ready to call it like. I've almost considered it number 1 on my list, and I mean, honest to God, out of all the classic style games, it might be my favorite just because it feels like. I think it does reuse shit a little bit to a degree. It reuses stuff, but it feels like kind of like a best of, you know.
You know, to talk about the Game Awards and not the Bill Clinton thing. Um, a game that just won Game of the Year, right, is practically just a Dark Souls game. So like, I think it's fine when games reuse shit.
Say that again. You think it's fine when what?
When games reuse shit, because like, after all, the game that won Game of the Year was just another Souls game.
Yeah, I think it just depends on how like different like it feels, but I mean that's often going to come down to a personal opinion. I remember when like a new Call of Duty was coming out every year. I would play them just because I had friends and my brother would play them. And I just like always genuinely struggled to see the difference between them. Like it just seems silly to keep buying new Call of Duty games.
I feel like the question for me with Call of there's always a change. It's just the do you honestly care?
Right. I'm sure there's like a minimal change, but
There's a maximum because it's a different company. The guns are done differently. The gravity of the character. It's so much shit that you have to ask yourself: do you care? Right? Like, do you honestly care? It's such a like you have to be a Call of Duty geek for it to matter. You know what I mean?
yeah. And yeah, and
'Cause,
like
I mean,
obviously it like resonated with some people, but for me, yeah, like I guess it didn't matter to me. The games all
yeah,
felt the
no.
fucking same to me.
And I feel like the thing about Call of Duty is, as I defend it, I honestly played it because, you know, I don't even fucking know. It wasn't my type of game.
I played it because everybody else played it. That's really it. Tails
Yeah,
AI is still a piece of shit in this game. I thought it was better,
always.
but he's like not staying caught up at all. But maybe he's not making sounds off to the side though, so there's that.
Talk about one of my favorite 2Ds is I finally I'm replaying Rush and it's still one of my favorites and I have no clue if it's nostalgia
I like Rush.
or that it's actually good.
I enjoy Rush. I just think it's pretty hard. That's it. Like, and it's not necessarily a bad thing. It's just like I think the game's hard.
Yeah,
Uh,
I feel like
I haven't made it very
Absolutely.
far because I keep game overing at one part, and I mean I shouldn't say I keep. I haven't tried again in a while, but
I made it halfway through and then Olivia deleted my file because I'm using an emulator. But
oh, that's how you found out about the emulator I can use.
yeah,
So to give some context, I'm sure Chris does too. I own a perfectly legal copy of the game, but for recording it for the channel, I'm gonna need to emulate it.
same. I'm recording it for an episode. Yeah.
Yeah, because DSs are not easy to capture.
No, they are not. And you know what the thing that sucks is no one tells you this, but like, there's a good chance that your DS will die in the process of it. You know, the capture card.
I
Like, they
didn't
can
know
fuck
that.
up. Yeah, no, they can fuck it up. Like, they can straight up fuck it up. So, I feel like I normally will not say this, but I feel like an emulator is fine because Nintendo isn't re-releasing it, so like, it's not like they're getting hurt by it.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah,
And
that's
then
the...
even if they did re-release it, I don't know if people would be accepting of a DS quality game on a bigger console. You know?
My outlook on it is like, if it's a series or franchise that I like, I'm always gonna support it. Like, I fucking bought Frontiers twice. I'm probably gonna buy it a third time for the series because I think Steam is gonna be the most efficient way to record it and share it with people. Unless we do it in-person recording. Fuck me. I'm a fucking idiot. God damn it.
Yeah, but anyways, I love Rush. I
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't know if I would call it hard, but that's also because like
I just get stuck on certain parts. Like
I'm
there'll just
not
be
looking-
something. There would just be something with the time, and that's like a little off for me, and I have a hard time timing it right.
and I'm not saying that like you're wrong. It's just my problem.
I'm not
is
saying
I
you're wrong.
play
I'm
this
just saying
game-
you're a fucking moron.
No, I'm saying that like I've played this too much, so like it probably is hard. I'm just it's like the Dark Souls thing, right? Of where like you've been burned so much by the franchise,
Fuck.
right?
Yeah.
Because like the first boss, Olivia kept dying by the one of the wheel attacks because it'll knock you straight off the whatever.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? Like it's a cheap thing, but I'm like, yeah, it's whatever. You get used to it.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah. The first boss is.
I feel like the first boss is the hardest boss in the game
Oh yeah.
because like it's the only one that has like an instant kill,
Uh huh.
and I feel like you're not prepared for it, especially since the first level is pretty easy.
Right. Yeah, I do agree. As I remember when I was like, this time I had no problem fighting it. But when I was a kid, I remember getting so stuck on that. And as a kid, I was like, what the fuck? It's the first boss. Why is it this hard? Like, I was
I also,
very angry at the game as a kid.
I also love Eggman telling Sonic that he's gonna get schooled. Eggman using modern slang is my favorite thing, and I think we need more of it.
Oh, fucking come on. What about Eggman Nega? How do you feel about him?
I can't say his name.
Well, I just said it, so I'm in trouble.
Yeah, you're gonna get canceled.
I used to go on. I remember when Zach and Teddy used to do like some live streams. I would go on their chat and just like announce myself as Michael Nega constantly, and they had no idea what the fuck I was talking about because neither of them are Sonic fans at all.
Yeah. I feel like the worst thing about Rush is I feel like it's the
God
game.
damn
that,
it! I keep fucking dying to that fucking stupid platform.
Anytime I hear somebody be like, "Oh, Sonic, it's a reward to get speed," you know, it's a reward for blah blah blah. That's what I think Rush is that perfect example of that, right? Of where like, for you to blow through the game, you kind of gotta do good, but you have to learn the game because there is some absolute bullshit moments. Just because it's my favorite doesn't mean I'm not gonna put it on blast. There's a lot of absolute dog shit in that game.
Yeah, man. Fuck you. Fuck you.
like there's a lot of areas that are like, hey, if you go here, there's not a bottomless pit, but if you slightly sneeze to the left, there's a bottomless pit.
Yeah, I mean, I do agree with the whole speed is an award argument, but like, but it's also like you can't get angry at the game for throwing something at you that disrupts the speed, unless it's something like where there's never gonna be a way that you can do it quickly. Like, I do not, that to me is like the shit like the torches, or I guess them. I mean, I wouldn't say the mech stages, because it's like clearly going for something different.
Yeah. I feel like the argument of speed as a reward is like, it feels like such an apologetic thing for a classic Sonic game to say when you could just say, dude, you suck. Because, like, I don't know. I feel like speed is... It's in the name of the game Sonic, but I feel like it's not the only thing that Sonic is good for. Because I feel like the platforming for Sonic is... You know.
Yeah, I agree, but I just think that the better you get at the game, the more times you play through it, the more likely you're going to go through those parts quickly, you know?
Oh, for sure. It's just I don't know if, like... I guess, like, if I have to compare it to something like no-hit kill runs of video games or, like, Buster runs, I don't know if Sonic Speed is something that I'd be like, yeah, you know, I look forward to that every time I play Sonic. It's more of, like, expected than, you know... You know what I mean?
I think so. I think I have a different perspective, but I don't think that my perspective is more correct than yours.
Oh no, yeah, it's just I also guess the other problem I want to say is that I have, to toot my own horn, I have not had a problem with speed in these games. That's the biggest reason why I guess I'm not like, it's a reward, I'm more of a, no, it's inherent. But that also might just be because, you know, I waste my life on these things.
Right. I got a text. I fuck up a lot, but I am pretty good at getting through these levels quickly. The second act of Chemical Plant Zone's the only one that I haven't beaten in like under a minute yet. And that's just because I kept dying at that stupid boss. But yeah. It's not even a stupid boss, it's a very reasonable boss. I'm not patient at all, and I want to get through it, and it's so easy to... It's an easy boss, but if you want to rush through it, you're, like, really making yourself vulnerable to fall through those gaps.
Yeah. I think, the biggest problem I have with Rush is actually the bosses. I think 8 hits is too much.
Yeah, I agree with that. I do like the perspective that the bosses have. Like, I like how they're actually, like, kind of like 3D platformers.
Yeah, oh, for sure. It's just... I'm not saying the bosses are bad. I'm just saying they're, like... You could have just knocked out a few hits and I would have been fine.
Right. I think, like...
Or at least allowed them to be hit in a different way, you know? Yeah.
Some of them just feel kind of slow and annoying.
Yeah, well, because, like, the Beetle boss is cool, but, like, the Beetle boss isn't even a good example. I think the first and the water boss, the second boss, are my biggest, like, come on, we gotta move on with this.
Yeah. Like, I don't know, like, in this game, I think, this game, it takes quite a few hits to get them, but it's also, like, it makes it so quick, your ability to hit them.
The thing is, like, I feel like if you can hit Eggman multiple times if you're good, right? In Rush, it's like, you hit him once and then it resets the boss to going back to doing something different, and, like...
I think that is, like, something that is important for the boss fights in this game.
No,
in this series, it's like
here.
It allows you to. It's a game for speedrunning. Like it's nice when it gives you that as an opportunity. And if you're not, if you're not prepared for that, it's all good. Just take it at your own pace. But it's nice to have the option. I feel to get more than one hit in.
Yeah, and that's the thing is like that's what I feel is rewarding, right? Is that you're able to beat the fuck out of the bosses, depending on how good you are, Because I'm not saying that speed isn't fun. Actually, if anything, I feel like at the end of the day,
speed is infinite.
Explore. Yeah.
No, fun is infinite. Sorry.
Fun is infinite. Get the fuck out of here. He's not fun. He got kicked in the face once.
It's fucking so dumb about that final boss in Frontiers. It bothers me more than just the concept of the fight. Is the character, the end is telling you about like, oh, I'm not like the other people you fought, I am infinite. You literally name dropped the villain from the last game.
Probably not even on purpose.
Probably not on purpose, but that's like, that makes it worse. Have some more self-awareness than that. But that's like, to me, that's their only like severely unself-aware moment in the game. They did a really good job.
I am chaos. I am infinite. I am Methylis.
I am
the Bio Lizard.
I am the Death Egg. But you know, the one that appears in Mania in the first level. Yeah. Alright, that one took a little bit longer. Casino Night Zone, you know, it's one that wants to slow you down, you know?
Yeah.
I like Casino Night Zone in this game. I'm really not big on the one that they put in 3. I know people love that one. I have a hard time understanding that one. It's like the only level in 3 that I don't like.
You know, I don't honestly care.
I don't
it's one of
think
those levels that's like, I have no opinion on it.
I just don't think it's like a fun design. I don't know. Like, even there's some levels that frustrate me in that game, but they're like still like fun ideas. Like that desert stage with the ghosts is so fucking frustrating. But it's like, okay, it's near the end of the game and it is creative, it is unique. And I'd state that checkpoint.
You know, I feel like Sonic has a lot of creative desert levels and not many people talk about that.
They just had a pretty decent one in Frontiers.
Yeah. They had one in Frontiers. Mania was pretty dope. Sonic Rush has an interesting one.
The one in Mania was a scrapped level that they like a concept.
Oh, no, it was a scrap level from 2. Yeah.
And I know that they like absolutely made it their own thing, but it was like just basically taking ideas from a concept.
Oh, for sure. It's just the problem is that like it was a concept that wasn't even close to being done. It was just in the concept phase. Just I'll let it slide.
Yeah. No, I love that. I love that they did that. Yeah,
I know it's not official, but Sonic Robo Blast 2 had an interesting desert level.
Oh, that one's like probably my favorite one. Just because it's like so creative, it has the Looney Tunes aesthetic, which doesn't like it. At first glance, it doesn't sound like it would work, but I think it works super well. Like, weirdly enough, it almost kind of reminds me of the aesthetic that like the fucking TV show had.
Yeah. Which is on Netflix.
Yeah, there's another new show on Netflix that made its debut on fucking Roblox.
Oh, what did?
Prime.
Oh.
Did you know about that?
No.
They aired the first 5 episodes on Roblox. You had to go to a theater in the game to watch it.
What the fuck is... Okay.
A bunch of clips have been
uploaded. I'm getting
uploaded.
old every day.
A bunch of people like uploaded like clips from the first 5 episodes, but it's like, but they're like fucking like they have like a fucking like it's in Roblox, like you see Roblox, and then there's like a TV screen.
I just feel so goddamn old, man.
It's an interesting thing. It's like something that you can definitely like. You know that there's gonna be some like fucking video essay like in 10 years from now talking about remember when they did Roblox. Like it's either going to be the whole video or a joke in the video. It's going to be like
remember
the popcorn
when they did
machine.
Concerts in Fortnite and did show releases in Roblox.
It's going to be the fucking it's going to be the fucking popcorn machine. It's going to be that kind of reference, you know.
Remember when they used to premiere shows in Roblox? It was a good time.
Yeah, I played a 3D fan game. It was fun. I liked it a lot, actually. There was some bugginess that's weird, like, because it's all related to the cutscenes, which is bizarre, because the cutscenes are just still images with text, so I don't know why there's bugs during that, when the rest of the game controls pretty decently. but they do actually reuse one stage from older games, and it's this one. And I remember playing for that level and thinking, what a creative one to bring back. Instead of doing Green Hill Zone again, they do fucking Hilltop Zone. That I love that.
What I want, and it's something I've wanted forever, and it falls upon deaf ears. I want a 3D Sonic game in the classic Sonic universe.
I would love that.
I'd pay mad money for that.
Would you want it to be like Generations, or would you want it to be more like using like a 3D version of the old style, kind of like Roboblast does?
Maybe Roboblast, but I feel like a mixture of like what Adventure did to a degree.
Okay.
Or Adventure 2, I guess, is the better example.
Yeah. Yeah, I would like that too. Alright, after this level, I need to go grab my food while I come back up. Ooh, I don't even need that checkpoint. I'm too good for it.
Dies instantly. I know that normally I'm here for these.
Mm-hmm.
But can I ask something personally?
Mm-hmm.
I have two games that I definitely want to be here for.
Mm-hmm.
And that is, I don't care how we do it, which is Rush.
Okay.
And Dark Brotherhood.
Yeah, absolutely. Dark Brotherhood, it's like the one game that I shouldn't even say the one game, because that's probably a lie, but it's like, I don't know if I can even like own a legal copy of that one, because it costs like $150.
Does it?
Yeah, it's expensive.
Shit.
Yeah, like
It makes sense. It sold like shit.
Yeah, like what I've been doing. I'm probably not gonna keep doing this, but like I'm pretty good with saving my money. I haven't been spending money like crazy, but I've been getting like one game a month. The last, I got Secret of the Rings last month. This month I got Generations for 3DS.
Michael, look, I ain't gonna judge you on video games because you've witnessed what my purchasing are for games. Don't even try.
Yeah, too many games. You were pulling out that wallet a lot, but I respected it.
Yeah, it's something like I don't buy a lot of things besides, except I do, but I don't.
Well, I mean,
gaming is one of the things that I accept.
You were pulling out that wallet a lot until you lost it, but
Yeah. Yeah.
It was a card, right? You didn't lose your whole wallet.
Yeah. No. Watch me this year lose my wallet and my child. They announced the dates for Too Many Games. So.
Oh, cool. Is it in October again, or is it gonna? No, it's gonna be in June, right?
Yeah.
All right. I'll take off. Wait, June, July, August. Okay, I'll take off several days for June, however many we need, and I'll take off. I have a vacation in August, so I'll just take off. Yeah. All right. Fuck it. I'll do that. I'm gonna request off.
What live?
Yeah, I'm gonna request off like this week for both of those. I'll probably give myself 5 days for Too Many Games just so we can meet up ahead of time.
Yeah, I'll message Stuart as well.
Yeah. And then for August, hey, I'm going. We're doing our beach trip again this year. Didn't do it last year. So that'll be fun. I'm gonna be right back.
BRB.
Okay, I'm back.
Hey, welcome back.
Oh, and I'm gonna eat this while we are paused on the screen.
Oh yeah. So I have a question that is very personal and very serious, and
Okay.
I don't mean to put you on the spot, but how do you feel about Arby's as a restaurant?
They're okay. What do you think about them?
I don't know. I just feel like I've heard so many people be like, "Who eats Arby's?" And I'm like, I don't know anybody that regularly does it, but I never heard anyone say it's like the worst restaurant. And I'm being overly
Oh.
dramatic about what I said prior, but
I don't know. I mean, it's not a burger joint like most of the other ones, so if you want something a little different, go to Arby's.
yeah, okay. See, that's exactly the thing that I hear. Not like those exact words, but like some people are like, "Why is Arby's in business?" And I'm like, I don't know, but I've never.
Well, what's wrong with Arby's? That's a better question.
Yeah, like I mean, Long John Silver's is still a place,
Yeah.
and I've heard people say bad things about that. So
That one I can almost understand because it's like seafood fast food. That seafood and fast food aren't necessarily two things that people put together. Some people do, but to some people, making fast food out of like fish is actually kind of an alarming thing.
yeah, yeah, no, yeah.
I've never done it before. I've never gotten fast food that was seafood. Maybe there was this place called Showmars. I don't know. I don't know how big of a place that is or not. There's one in North Carolina. I don't know if that like is a big enough chain to where it goes outside of that state, but probably. That might be fast food seafood, and I have gotten that before, and I've liked it, but I've never actually gone into the restaurant. I've only gotten takeout, but if it's like takeout, then normally it's fast food.
Yeah. I mean, I've gotten the filet-o-fish from McDonald's, and I don't know if McDonald's counts as like,
It's a fast food seafood
Food.
item.
but like I don't ever sit there because like filet-o-fish I could kind of like get behind, but like I don't know. I just don't know. I feel like it's just a weird thing that people are like, oh, it's an Arby's. I don't know. The fact that you know it is kind of impressive.
I mean, I feel like people who say that are probably just people who, when they think fast food, they think chicken sandwich or burger.
Okay, yeah.
Because it's like, I mean, what's wrong with Arby's? It's just different types of sandwiches. They just don't do the generic burgers. Their fries are pretty famous because they're like the curly fries, but
Oh yeah, no, I love their fries.
yeah, the fries are like they're nice and seasoned too. They're good. Their sandwiches. I mean, I've had a sandwich at Arby's. I've hated before, but
Oh, what was it?
it was like this sandwich that had fucking like onions in the bun, and it's just like don't do that to me. I ordered it without realizing that, and then it was just like I hate the fucking texture. I think dried up onion is fucking gross. I hated that shit, but
I feel you.
I'm honest to God, I'm very picky when it comes to onions, just in general, because I think it can be a very good topping on certain things, but other times I hate it on pizza. I mean, I think it ruins pizza. And that's like a very popular pizza topping, but I fucking hate onions on pizza. But I love onions on a burger. I love onions in a salad.
I think here's a problem with me, right? I do not have a problem with pizza toppings. It's just the flavor profile has to work, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if you're just like, hey, yo, I'm gonna put onions on this pizza, I'm gonna be like, oh, no.
Mm-hmm.
But if you put like barbecue, chicken, and bacon, sure, yeah, fine, whatever, I'll live.
Yeah, I'm not too picky with pizza. I'd say onions is like the only one that's completely off limits. Like anchovies, I don't even know if a lot of restaurants do those still. But I would try it at least once. I think it would be gross. Like I would never. I'm curious, but I would never be the one who orders it. Mostly just because I'd feel bad for the fucking driver.
Yeah, no, see, pineapple on straight pizza to me bothers me.
Mm-hmm.
But like, I could see where you would like it.
I don't love it. Here's what I'll say.
I don't think it's worth debate.
Um, I mean,
Welcome.
oh, someone joined.
Yep.
Hello.
Hey, Mitzi, how you doing?
I'm doing good. I just ate dimmer.
I think I'm currently eating dimmer. I think that the whole pineapple on pizza argument, like like I don't know, I get why it's like a heavily discussed topic. It's like kind of jarring to people the first time they hear it as a topping because a lot of people don't even realize it's a actual topping until a certain point of their life. But I tried it twice because I have a buddy who loves Hawaiian pizza. Like it's normally his go-to. The first time I
Yeah.
tried it, it was a frozen pizza that I bought in a grocery store, and I thought it was disgusting. I thought it was like the worst shit ever. But then I did try it from a restaurant. It's not something I'd order, but I liked it. It was like Canadian bacon, pineapple. I actually thought it was very good. But it's like still like at the end of the day, I prefer not to have something sweet on my pizza.
Yeah, I feel like out of all the debates we could have, I feel like that's one of those where I have to. I mean, we debate on stupid shit here all the time. I just feel like
Yeah.
that's one of them where I'm like, that's where I draw the line.
Yeah, I mean, if you have you ever tried pineapple on pizza or
Yeah, I have. I don't mind it.
okay?
I feel like out of all the things I could waste my time debating on you guys
Oh,
with, the pineapple on pizza is not one that I'm going to debate because it's either you like it or you don't, and there's
yeah.
no. I feel like I'd have more fun debating with you guys on something way different.
I don't like the pineapple on pizza debate as like a comedy routine because it's so fucking overplayed. But
Yeah,
if you're just genuine, it's like kind of a weird food. Pineapple on pizza is a weird food. So if you're just kind of genuinely curious about someone's opinion, I mean, I like, hey, do you like
I
pineapple on pizza? I'm down for the talk.
I think it has to be a friendly debate. If you get genuinely heated about it, I'm like, please exit my life immediately. Don't interact with me. If you're gonna get like fully unironically heated about what other people put on their pizza, like it's a solvable problem. Just don't if you don't like it, just don't put it on there. Like fucking problem solved,
Oh
you
yeah,
know?
I'm not saying that the conversation needs to get heated or anything. I'm just okay with asking that question.
you know,
Oh
Michael.
yeah, no.
I feel like the people that love to have the debate of pineapple versus pizza are like me and Stuart. Whenever somebody has to open their mouth about like not like RPGs, like
I,
you know opinion. We're still gonna fucking talk about it.
yeah, no, my where it becomes an annoying topic for me. It's just when people try to make, like I said, like it's like a comedy routine. Like we're gonna have a super long and heated debate over this topic that doesn't really matter for a joke, and it's like I'm okay with that. I'm okay with having a stupid debate. I think we do that a lot. But pineapple on pizza is just so fucking overdone. It's not funny anymore.
Think
Now, my problem is I've met people who are genuinely angry
Uh huh.
about pineapple being on pizza, like it's a political discussion, and
what
I'm like,
no.
no, shut up.
What's
Just
funny about it is
with
I've
those people, you just gotta like take it steps further to piss them off. Like saying, "Oh yeah, I like to put like fucking maple syrup over that shit."
anchovies.
Yeah, mix in some anchovies with the pineapple. Hell yeah.
Well, no, I've
I
heard
put
somebody be
M&Ms
like,
on that shit.
well, like I'm a person that likes to use the term culinarily, but I feel like a lot of people do that, and they're like, I'm like, yeah, but who cares? Somebody likes it. You can tell me,
I mean,
you
yeah,
can
like
tell me Gordon Ramsay or who is could be like, it doesn't matter. I don't give a fuck.
yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, like too, like people will say that, but like like the make the whole culinary argument, and that's fair enough if you know how to cook. That's a good skill to have, but at the same time, there's always going to be someone who prefers the McDonald's burger over
Look,
like a
hold
fancy
on.
restaurant's burger.
Look, real talk. I don't even agree with that because people are debating on Guy Fieri, and he clearly knows what he's doing. So like,
Um,
I feel like at the end of the day, it's as long as you're not making like Scooby Doo pizzas, we're good.
You think you think Guy Fieri has depression meals, or not Guy Fieri, Gordon Ramsay? Like, you
Yes.
ever think Gordon Ramsay ever just pulls a piece of bread out of the fucking container and just eats it?
Yeah, probably.
Like,
Gordon Ramsay had like this infamous video because he's a very harsh critic of food. but he made his video of making a grilled cheese sandwich, and it looked like the worst shit ever.
I was actually going to jokingly say that, yeah, he makes that sad grilled cheese.
Like, it looks... Yeah, it looks, like, really unappetizing what he made. And maybe
It's sad.
Maybe it is
It's
tasty,
sad.
but it does look
No,
really bad.
Well, I
You can-
mean, as much
you
as,
can even
as much
see
as
it.
Gordon Ramsay tries so hard and even succeeds to be good at what he does, he is still, at the end of the day, at his core, British.
You know, at the end of the day, he's not Guy Fieri.
Yeah. He's British, is what he is.
Yeah.
He's entertaining. You can at least give him that.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I have nothing against him. I just think about, like, all these, like, fancy chefs, all the ones with their own shows and cookbooks and everything like that, and I think it's like, do these people ever just, pull out some Doritos and just, that's their meal, that's their afternoon lunch? Because it's like, I feel so underrepresented in the culinary community as a person with depression. Hi, Matt. What a sentence to walk into.
You know, I will tell you this. If you are a chef, you already have depression.
Oh, shit. I gotta ask my cousin Kurt if he has depression. Thanks, Chris.
Yeah. Go for it. You know what's really funny is that, I feel bad for Gordon Ramsay because people expect him to be like a straight asshole 24/7.
But he's not, though.
Yeah, I know, but like,
He has a kind soul.
oh, he's kind. It's just, it's kind of funny because I imagine like meeting him has gotta just suck to some people because they expect him to be like an ass.
Well, yeah. I mean, he's a victim
Rare
of
instance for
producers
people
asking
to
him to...
disappoint the Liberty was an asshole.
I think
He's been asked to play it up for the camera is the thing. That's
Well,
his curse.
it's the
Yeah.
same thing as, like, Simon Cowell, where it's like it's their bit to be really harsh.
Yeah.
But you kind
Which
of
is
know...
like,
But you kind of know what you're signing yourself up for if you agree to go on that show then. Either show. I guess not American Idol anymore. Simon Cowell has nothing to do with that now. But...
Yeah.
Do they have like an asshole judge in American Idol? I have no. Is that show even still on? I know like it got canceled and
think
came
so.
back. Like it left and came back, but I don't know if it like left again because I don't think anyone watched it after Simon left.
You know what singing show
I did.
genuinely been getting a kick out of? Oh, sorry.
I watched it because someone I knew was on.
Oh shit! Nice.
He almost won too. Actually, he married the girl who won. That's what happened. He married the girl who won.
oh yeah.
Have you told me this
You have
before?
some famous friends.
I have, I think.
I vaguely do remember this story now.
Which girl who won?
Gabby Barrett? Is that her name? Let me make sure I have that name correct.
We had someone from our town who went to our high school
Yeah.
make it to the top 20 of a season, but once he made it to, or was it top 24? American Idol may have done top 24, but he was eliminated on the first round once he made it that far.
I used to be told I should go on American Idol, and I just didn't because I fucking hated that show so much. It was just a burning passion. It fueled me with so much anger and rage, and I was 16, so I had a lot more anger and rage in me than I do now.
So here's the deal. I have had so many opportunities to go on America's Got Talent, and I just went, no. I know it's not as good as American Idol, but it's the thing that like
America's
replaced
Got Talent is a lot more entertaining than America's Idol because there's more than just singing.
it. Yeah. Too bad I would have gone for singing.
Now let me tell you about the singing shows that I'm really into. There's two. I'm into The Masked Singer, and I'm into I Can See Your Voice. Those two are entertaining to me because they have nothing to do with the actual talent or not of the same. Well, I Can See Your Voice does, but it's more about just like the reveal. Like that's the part that like is the hook. It's not like, it's like on I Can See Your Voice, you don't know if the person's a good singer or not. It's one of them is actually singing and one of them is lip syncing, and you have to guess which is which. And then on Masked Singer, it's like a celebrity guest star, and you have to guess who's under the mask. who's singing.
Yeah,
And
it's
I'm
a
just like,
Hulu
I
show,
love-
right?
Yeah. I love the.
Well, now that I know it's on
reveal. And they
Hulu,
just-
holy shit, I know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
It's the furry singing show.
Yeah. Also, I just love the costume design in Masked Singer. I love the costumes they got in there. They're so cool, and I just like looking at
Okay,
them.
Michael, you need to go on the Masked Singer, and you need to be Sonic.
I need to be Spiny Norman.
Yeah.
Well,
I,
that's what
I feel like that's too obvious. I feel like that gives it away. Anyone looking at Spiny Norman's gonna be like, "Oh, that's obviously Michael."
You know, we like if he gets famous, yes, but like,
I was gonna.
That was kind of a joke. Was like,
But-
no one actually knows Michael.
Yeah.
yeah.
Help! Oh God! All right, I think I made it. No.
Oh God.
Yeah, those are the exact words he said when he's done singing.
I sang. What would I sing? Oh, fuck you. Oh, you see this right here, guys, with these two springs? The Advanced series decided they'd put one of these in every 5 seconds. That's the charm of that game. Maybe just the first one. I don't remember.
I've not gone back to play those.
I might actually be thinking more of fan games. The fan games are the ones that take that
Well,
approach.
to be fair here, Advance did it a few times.
Advance definitely did it. It may have not done it more times. Yay, I didn't die.
No, Advance is known for its god-awful bottomless drops and spikes.
Yeah, Advance is gonna be an annoying one to play. Because here's the thing: Advance has a lot of good shit in it, but it also has some of like the most infuriating shit of the series. Like, there's levels that they blatantly do not convey shit to you, and you have to figure it out. There's a level in Advance 2 where you have to do like this specific jump move that they never teach you how to do once, and if you
Yeah,
don't
no,
do
you
it,
just have to learn it.
Yeah.
Michael, if you just read the manual.
You are correct, it is in the manual, but like, it's still terribly conveyed even there.
Mystic Cave, I love Mystic Cave.
I don't doubt it. Listen, I've learned a lot about video game conveyance lately.
Fuck. Okay, Tails died. I'm okay though. I love if they ever made it like a legitimate sequel to Generations, I would want this to be the level they picked from Sonic 2. It's just so unique. It's so standout from other
I
levels
think
of the
level
series.
you were just on would be my pick.
Hilltop would be cool. I mean, actually, and like I said, the fan game I was playing made a 3D recreation of that, and it was a lot of fun. I liked it a lot.
Hey, I feel like Generations can definitely be a thing, like a new one.
Fuck you.
But oh, okay, fuck, dude, jeez.
Go ahead. Generations, I think that there's a mod for Mystic Cave, but I haven't tried with Generation mods yet. They're a little bit much. Like, it seems
They
like
work.
a lot of them you need to like download 80 other things. So
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah. Anyways, if they do a Generations 2, can we get the weird ass games, please? Like, I want a Rush level, not a Rush level. I want a fucking Riders level.
yeah, Rush did get represented.
Yeah.
They throw in a level of Sonic Schoolhouse.
Yeah.
Like, they gotta do what Roboblast did. Roboblast had the guts. Okay, I'm
You
lost.
know, Sonic Mania throws me off because you would think that one would reference Schoolhouse. If you do you see the little fucking vine there?
What about this one? Yeah. I should
There's
get the
another
bubble.
one.
Am I not allowed to do that? Use
No.
that anymore?
No.
I'm trying to hit these boxes. That's what was happening. I kept fucking missing
Oh, okay.
boxes. Because I was being a dumbass. Oh boy. Speaking of being a dumbass. Yeah.
I love how softly the spikes come out at you.
Yeah. Because you're supposed to be able to use them as a staircase.
Oh, I know. It's still kind of funny.
Yeah. Fuck, come on. I hate that. So much shit that crushes you in this level. But, Prime is looking interesting. They reanimated that scene from Origins with pixel art, which was neat to see. The Tails bully scene.
Oh.
They decided to make that canon. I will say, out of all of the stuff that's come out in the last year involving this character, it definitely seems like the most kid-focused. Like, we're aiming more so at kids than all ages. Which is fine.
What are we talking about?
Prime, the new show coming out for good old Sonic. Because he's had a fucking active year. He's had a lot of shit happen this year.
Is Prime not out yet?
It got released on Roblox, the first 5 episodes. But no, the show itself is out in it's out on the 15th.
Okay.
I'll watch the first few. I'm not dedicated to watching that one, but I might watch it if I like it.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch it and then probably end up watching it again for Spiny Norman. So
yeah, we gotta finish X and then move on to the other shows, except for Underground because I'm afraid of Tamers.
I'm sorry.
Underground's the only one I want to watch.
We'll see. I am afraid of that show's fans, man.
It has fans? What?
It has dedicated fans. You have no
God.
idea.
No, I don't.
You have no idea.
Today has been nothing. Today has been nothing but Chris learned something new day.
Okay, so it's very possible that the fans of that show are not sincere, but if they heard me say that, they'd fucking murder me. I think it's all a bit. It's all supposed to be funny. Oh yeah, you get a.
Oh, cool! You did it.
Yeah, I did it by accident. I actually knew about this though. Yeah, you get.
No, see, no, hear me out, right? No one told me that this was in Origins, right?
Yeah.
So I had a straight heart attack, and I was about to scream at Olivia, being like, "They didn't patch this out! What the hell?" No, and then they had this.
Yeah.
So it turned into excitement because
Yeah.
I always thought this was cool.
Oh yeah. So fun fact for Matt and Mitzi, this was a level that was scrapped from the original game. But a lot of it was actually in the files, you could see a decent chunk of what the level was gonna look like. So for Origins, there's this bottomless pit glitch that's infamous in the level we were just on, so they decided to turn that bottomless pit into an entrance to this level. They made one new level for this game, which is finishing up this abandoned level.
And
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's
weirdly
cool.
enough, it's been finished for years.
Wasn't it in another game it was somewhere else?
It was in. The thing is, where you were supposed to trigger it is where it was supposed to be. They just ran out of time.
Okay. But yeah, it was a very cool thing that Origins did, and I only learned about it recently. I also learned recently about in Mania, the relevance of that motor bug in one of the boss fights.
Yeah.
That was a really sweet detail.
I'm gonna let you guys go. I'll be back
Why would you do
shortly.
that?
Peace.
Because I am at work, and I still have
Oh.
goddamn, not quite an hour, less than an hour left, but I'm really fucking tired of it, and I'm ready to go home. But I'll
I
talk
feel
to you
ya.
guys.
Just go home.
Just quit. Me and
Fuck
you'd
your
be much
job.
better. Me and you would both be happier people if we quit. In
Yeah, happier person,
Mania,
right.
there's this boss fight near, kind of closer to the end of the game, a little past the middle point, where there's this robot riding on one of the motor bugs.
Yeah, one of the egg robots or the hard-boiled heavy.
Yeah. Look at him. He's got a fucking trombone.
Trumpet.
Trumpet. I don't know why I called it a trombone. Wait, is it a trombone?
I think it's a trombone.
Yeah, I'm right. Uh-oh.
Eggman, the famous
would kill him.
EDM music dude. Eggman Trumpet.
But the enemy in Mania, he's again right on one of those motor bugs, but apparently that motor bug is based off of a fan creation. It was a person who used to hack the original game where you could play as this motor bug that he made. And they put that exact same motor bug as like a boss in Mania to pay tribute to him because he passed away. So they made a little tribute to him. It was nice. Because a lot of the people who fucking made Mania were just like in that same group. Okay, so I guess they gotta let those spike bombs hit them.
The big one shoots up water, and then you can either hit him with the water or hit him with the spike, or hit him. You know,
Yeah,
when you're in the water, you know.
yeah, flame hits me, but sometimes it counts as a hit too. Okay. Fucking die already, you bastard.
Bastard time.
You're not entertaining.
It's
Eggman.
Hamtaro time.
It's just Keemstar starts yelling at Eggman, "You're not entertaining, man." Alright.
Is that a reference that I don't get?
Just Keemstar general.
I feel like Keemstar's kind of super irrelevant now.
Keemstar is a fucking dipshit.
I mean, yeah.
And I don't know, he's a... I don't know how relevant Keemstar is, because I'm just not following any, like, there's no big YouTubers, really big YouTubers I like anymore. You know, at a time I liked it, H3H3, but I'm really not a big fan of him now. So I kind of got some news on YouTube from him back then, but it's just like, there's not really a lot of bigger channels that I like anymore. I enjoy some of iDubbbz' stuff, but that's about it.
I didn't even know iDubbbz was still doing things.
He is. He made documentaries. He did the Creator Clash thing.
Yeah, wasn't that like a couple months ago?
Yeah, that's a couple months ago. Still qualifies as currently making stuff, I'd say.
Oh, I know. I just didn't think, I'm used to like more frequently, but yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he has like a talk show with Dax Flame hosting now, which is pretty entertaining.
Okay, can I bring up something that always bothered me?
Sure.
How come YouTubers, when they get super popular, right, don't do the thing that they're super popular for?
They get
When
tired
they
of
can. Yeah, I get it. I would love to. I would love to be able to pull that off and not. You know?
I have a lot of respect for people who keep up the same shtick. Like, bless people like some call me Johnny Kadikarus. I guess Scott the Walls, although he still kind of feels new to us all, honestly. I love Scott the Walls' content though, it's very funny.
It's alright.
Aw, boo. Is this because of his
like,
RPG video, Chris?
Partly, I also feel like you can only do virgin jokes for so long.
Oh, it's more than virgin jokes.
Okay, white awkward guy jokes.
I think there's a lot of good jokes in his videos.
They're alright.
There was recently one where like he went to prison and then the police officer gives him a gun saying, what good is a criminal without a gun? That shit makes me laugh.
Yeah, I don't know. I like him. I just feel like it's like, to me, very like samey humor, but that's just me.
I think it's very bizarre humor, but a lot of it gets a little chuckle out of me. Let me out, please, let me out, please. Fuck. There we go. Nice.
Like, that doesn't mean I have anything against Scott the Wasp personally. It's just
I know. No, I don't like sit through every video he does, but I do sit through a lot of them. They're pretty entertaining to me. Oh, Oil Ocean. What do you think of Oil Ocean, Chris?
it's an ocean where there's oil. Oh, and the boss can eat my ass.
Forget the boss.
It's not hard. It's just.
Whoa.
Oh, and sorry for not. I don't think I responded to the question you asked. So I'll do it here just because I can. You asked about have I seen Doug She-Hulk video? I've seen part of it. I don't know.
Only reason I asked is that the review felt more like a defense of it than anything else I've seen.
Yeah, I feel like I don't know. I don't. I feel like with She-Hulk, there's a point where, like, Doug, I feel like is one of the more charitable people, but I also just, I made it to that point where I just don't care.
Fair enough.
It's like I'm at that point of where, like, maybe the MCU just should have ended because, like, I don't think anybody could win at this point for anything. Like, the only thing people are, like, unanimous about are Spider-Man and Wakanda Forever. So
I'm looking forward to Guardians 3. But that's kind of just because I want to see a good wrap up to that story, you know? Like, Endgame didn't really offer a good conclusion to that.
I feel like the weirdest thing is that, like, I don't know. I have no clue how to feel about the MCU, in all honesty.
Did you see the new Black Panther?
No, and I need to.
I haven't seen it yet. Well, I probably will watch it, just I'm gonna wait for it to come out.
It's just I haven't had time.
Nah, I hear ya. Same mostly. I haven't gone and seen a movie in theaters probably since Everything Everywhere All at Once. Actually, I saw the Top Gun movie, but that was because family wanted to go see it.
I just remembered, before I forget, please send me your address to your new place of residence.
Oh, yes, I will.
Thank you.
Oh, come on, I wasn't on it.
I feel like the thing, though, is that,
Fuck you.
okay.
What are you gonna say?
Guess I can't have an opinion.
Say what you're gonna say.
Hold on. Okay. Anyways, I feel like the thing is, like with Black Panther, I feel like it's one of those things of there definitely is a different approach at it. You know what I mean? So, like, I see why people don't like it, but there is definitely two different perspectives on Black Panther.
Oh, you just mean how people respond to the first movie?
Yeah.
Yeah, I liked the first movie. I just like wish they didn't like cop out at the end with the CG. They gave that money to Infinity War and nowhere else, even though I'm pretty sure they could have afforded to give it to both.
Yeah, I find it fine, and not the CG. That's.
I don't mind the story-wise the ending of Black Panther. I just really don't like the look of it. Like I felt like to me it felt like a little. I don't know, like it. It felt like they were trying their fucking best. It's just like they legitimately weren't. Oh, I remember the fucking boss here now. Yeah, I hate this boss.
I swear I said that.
Yeah, I played it in Mania recently.
It is there, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know why Oil Ocean was one they were crazy to bring back for Mania. But they did have a kind of a creative spin on it, so I guess that's what it was. Because they have like the whole. Why did that hurt me?
Just, egg stuff. Anyways, though, I feel like the thing is that, I feel like, I'm at that point of where I've said this before. The MCU is a thing that is never going to 100% impress me outside of Endgame. Like, as much as I loved Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire, I wanted more, but that's also because I'm a bitch, so... Like, I can talk about the shit that I want, but, like, it comes down to you have no clue what I'm saying, or if you do, it doesn't matter. But, like, it's shit that, like, doesn't matter, so, So No Way Home was pretty, good.
I thought it was entertaining, but like.
Like, I think the lack of Venom sucks.
That was just that like false marketing on their side.
I could care less. I still think it sucks.
No, I agree. They like promoted something that wasn't there.
Like,
come on,
I
fuck
really
you.
wanted-
Fuck you. Come on, you piece of shit. Go fuck yourself. That was such bullshit.
yeah, no, I really wanted Venom. If you don't know who this character is, look it up later. I wanted a doppelganger cop-out. Because if we're dealing with multiverses, why not show something that, like... I always would have thought it was cool if, like, we had it, and, like, one of the other Spider-Men took it out. Because, let's be honest, we all knew the other Spider-Men were going to be in this movie.
Yeah. It would have at least been very weird if they weren't.
Here's the thing is, I feel like they would have been, I just don't know to what degree. Like... I think you're kind of right. I feel like there's no reason for them to not be there.
I mean, it would just be weird if they had like all these trailers with the all the hero, like all the villains from the Spider-Man movie, and then not have Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire. Like, I think that would have thrown everyone off and not in a good way.
Would have been satisfying.
What I enjoyed about the movie a lot was just like, even like from like a filmmaking perspective, it paid a lot of tribute to older Spider-Man movies. Like it felt a lot more visually creative than the other two Spider-Man movies. Because I kind of felt that Far From Home kind of looked like a Lifetime movie at points.
Yeah. Yeah, it looked like the Cheetah Girls.
Like, there was a good, there was like a good scene within there, like the trippy scene I really like. That was nice, but that was like their one,
more of that.
Yeah,
But
that was like their one.
Like, that's Mysterio's whole thing.
Right.
So, why not show that? Like, film is a medium where you can actually show that kind of shit. Why not do it?
Right.
But yeah, as a person that likes comic book movies, I feel like honestly, and I'm gonna say this, and you'll probably see a video of Olivia's at some point. I feel like the MCU is kind of a fluke. Like, I feel like I'm happy it happened, but it should have ended at Endgame. You know? And I know that that's the coldest take in the universe. But, like, I don't know. I feel like it wasn't gonna succeed, you know?
I mean, it, like, really needs, it really needs to shine with new characters if it's gonna do that, and...
I think the argument is that, like, I hate to say this, but no one cares about new characters at the end of the day. Like, everyone likes to say that they care about new characters, but, like, Marvel, DC has these characters, and people just want what they're familiar with, you know?
Right. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely gonna be hard for a show to succeed.
I'd
Our
like to make
shares.
this argument, though. I'd like to make this argument, though, is that we've had new things become the old recognizable things for decades, for millennia.
But I think
That's
it's just to
what's
talk about the MCU in general, you know, where it's like people got attached to certain characters, and now that they're gone...
Hold on, Mitzi's right, though, because Miles Morales is one of those few things that are new that people just accept as...
It's not MCU,
Yeah.
though.
I mean, it's counted as, because it is still Marvel, right? Like, Miles Morales, no matter how you put it, is still a Marvel character, and his, you know, movie still is something that, you know, people will count as one of the best superheroes movies, period.
Like,
He is new.
I agree with you that people are more comfortable with what they know. I 100%, I'm with you on that. I am on that track. However, I would like to say that naturally, just instinctively, some people are going to have to accept, whether they like it or not, that in order to have old things that you love, they need to be new things first.
Oh, no, for sure. I'm just saying, like, look, you're talking to a person that no longer reads Peter Parker Spider-Man and has adopted Miles, right? A long time ago. I'm not against you on this one. I'm just saying I know how these people are, and so
Yeah.
you
Right.
kind of just it's at the end of the day, it's not even the fact that I disagree, because I want to see new shit. It's just
Oh yeah, no.
Yeah,
I'm
that-
just saying.
That's
fuck
how
it.
I feel, too.
Make
Yeah,
new shit anyway.
yeah.
that's how I feel about it, is it is more of like a them problem, like... Because people...
Oh, but Ironheart will never replace Iron Man. Who cares? Who cares? That's not the point.
You have to at least try to engage. You don't have to like new characters, but you have to at least try to engage with them a little bit.
Like,
Make new shit anyway.
Like, She-Hulk is my perfect answer to you guys don't want comic accuracy. Stop, you can't use it as an argument anymore. It is the closest thing that Marvel will ever get to the comics, and y'all didn't like it. Don't ask for it anymore.
My only problem with She-Hulk was how terrible the editing was in that show. That's it. Everything else I enjoyed. It just wasn't well edited. It was not. The effects were not good. And I get it. It's a TV
Oh, no,
show.
for
It
sure.
could
Oh,
be
no, for
less.
It's a TV show with a
well done.
Marvel, with a Disney budget. I can't give them the same pass that I'm gonna give someone else.
I guess that's fair. Yeah.
I'll give like I can't give Disney a pass with that because I know that they can do better.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
thing is that all I'm saying is that, like, people were debating on, like, oh, She-Hulk would never twerk. Yes, this is the same lady that, you know, jump roped naked because a villain said so. There's no other reason for it. Like, twerking is not out of the question.
Also, it's just like, God forbid a woman do anything. God.
Oh no, she breaks the fourth wall, but yet she did it ever since she existed. It's nothing new. Oh no, the Hulk sucks. Yes, but he sucked since Endgame. Like, guys, like, chill out.
And I'll say this much too: it's like if they want to argue that like, oh, the MCU shouldn't have fourth wall breaking, just wait until Deadpool comes out.
Yeah, and then everyone will jack it off.
Right, like it, like
Oh, I jack off to Deadpool.
And to be fair, like, Deadpool's not supposed to be in the MCU, but he's about to be, and people are absolutely going to give it a pass.
Mhm.
I mean, I like
Anyway,
Deadpool.
Moon Knight is perfect. Moon Knight is a perfect masterpiece.
Well, like, I feel like I've even heard people complain about it. I'm like, why do you look? Stop! It's Moon
People
Knight.
are
You know who he
complaining
is.
about-
Yeah.
People are complaining about Moon Knight. Moon Knight is perfect.
Oh well, you see, Moon Knight's aware of his personalities. Who cares? Who cares? It doesn't matter. No one cares. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. The argument you were giving me doesn't matter in the grand scale of everything here. It's a good show. Shut the hell up. We got Moon Knight. Half you bitches didn't know who Moon Knight was.
Moon Knight is some of like the only good dissociative identity disorder representation that is out there. It's like it's so refreshing with like all of the fucking split characters out there and like how many of them exist. Jesus Christ.
The thing
Like,
with
it's not just that movie, but that's the most famous example. But it's just like, and then you've got Moon Knight, who is a perfect example of this disorder that isn't just this like, oh, scary, awful thing. It's like, I know people with this disorder. They're fine. They're good people. They don't like. They're much more like Moon Knight than the fucking terrible stereotypes of them.
I honestly hope not like Moon Knight, but Mr. Knight, sure.
MCU.
But they're like, I mean, he's not like a fucking villain, is what I'm saying.
Oh yeah, I know.
One thing I'll say about the MCU is because of how like mainstream it is, you're gonna get you are gonna get a lot more obnoxious opinions than anything else. Because there's a lot more voices in it, you know?
It's just, I feel like the thing is when people go like, oh, I expected She-Hulk to be like Better Call Saul. No, there's Better Call Saul. Just watch that instead.
Yeah.
What Better Call Saul is like, what are they hoping for with Better Call Saul? Because Better Call Saul's not even like, I'm wondering how many people who are making that comment have actually watched Better Call Saul, because one, you want to know how much of that show actually takes place in a courtroom? Like maybe 2% of it. It's very character driven. The show is like, he's not even Saul Goodman until the very end of the show.
Spoilers!
It's a show about someone.
Okay, you're spoiling the show
It's
that
a
I'm totally gonna watch.
It's a show about someone's downfall, but it's kind of where Walter is like a very quick change in personality. Saul Goodman is a very slow change. You see the slow progression of how he becomes a monster.
So what I'm hearing is Saul Goodman needs to twerk.
I didn't need to hear that. But like, a lot of people are mad about like the portrayal of Daredevil in that show, and honestly, that's how comic books work. Not every character is going to be the same broody bitch in everything. Like, if Punisher and Spider-Man could exist in the same room, I think we're fine.
Tell me how little you know about Daredevil without telling me how little you know about Daredevil.
But they're like, oh, well, Daredevil's like super moody and dark. And I'm like, yeah, every now and then, sure.
I'm just gonna say again, because I kind of went on a separate tangent. If somebody says if someone actually made the comment they thought it was gonna be like Better Call Saul, then they either never saw something from the MCU or never saw Better Call Saul, because they don't go together. Like,
Right?
It's
I
not.
haven't even seen Better Call Saul. I can tell you.
Better Call Saul has like a sense of humor, but it is an insanely depressing show. I'm gonna say it's more depressing than Breaking Bad to an extent, because you like the characters on Better Call Saul more. They're better. They're not like necessarily better people, but they're more likable people. I feel like part of Breaking Bad is like Walter is an insanely unlikable protagonist, but he's interesting though. You're interested by him as a character. Jimmy McGill, who's Saul Goodman, he's actually very likable. That's like part of the tragedy of his characters. You do like him. You do like Kim.
Look,
you
I'm not
care
saying
about those two
BoJack
a lot.
Horseman's a bad person.
I was gonna say something about BoJack tonight.
I have
I kind of figured.
tangent that I want to get on, but I don't even know. Oh yeah, I almost forgot my tangent. I almost lost it. I was holding on to it and it almost slipped through my fingers, ADHD style. I find the arguments of people who, when they talk about characters, and they're like, this isn't the way the character is, they're thinking of them in such a one-dimensional way. Because it's like, there are so many characters that aren't just dark and broody, and there's so many characters who aren't just, ooh, silly, fun times. It's almost like they tried to write well-rounded characters who could sometimes feel dark and broody and sometimes feel silly and, like, have these, like, different ranges of, like, every mood in between. And, like, when people complain, it's like, oh, well, this character isn't this enough for me or that enough for me. It's like, you realize that you're not supposed to be getting, like, the same person 24/7, the same, like, whole entire personality. People change how they are based on, like, how they're feeling. People, like, they have emotions and they have
Unless
lives.
you're Batman.
Right. Batman's just broody 24/7.
Saul Batman.
Saul Batman.
I think that if you're gonna make like a,
And even that's a bad example because Lego Batman is there.
But
So
it's like,
You
if you're
should've-
gonna complain about a character not being the certain way you want them to, like, all the time, then it's like, just say you want one-dimensional characters and go. Just say you want, you know, like, flat, boring characters and fucking go.
it's kind of like I could understand someone getting angry if a character drastically changes on a TV show, like in that same show. Like I think that in the show The Office, for some reason in the last season, Andy becomes like a miserable asshole, and I to this day don't understand that choice. But
Yeah.
then say we use good old Sonic here as an example. In the movie, he's a way more vulnerable character. Like he's very different from his cocky self in the games, but for the movie it works so much better because it's like a character arc for him. So change in the personality went like it worked in the movie's favor like a lot.
I mean, to also be fair, they keep some of his cockiness in there, but it's just
They
like,
keep
it's
it, but
kind
it's-
of like, there's like naivete in there as well. Like
you can
there's
see Sonic.
this sense of wonder as well.
Yeah, you can see the character. You can see his existence. It's not
Yeah.
like it's a separate character.
The vulnerability is like the main thing because like that's not a thing that he's had in most adaptations of the characters. Maybe some of the comics, but like
I feel like his
vulnerability is not really it's not really a thing they focus on with him. He's more so a character. If anything, he's a character who bottles things up for other characters. But in the movie, it was a great approach. Like it was something that I think that was needed to adapt it into a movie.
I feel like Sonic's vulnerability, as you say that it's bottled up, but I feel like it's actually there on multiple occasions. It's not like he talks about it. It's just in his nature, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like Amy is one of the characters that like puts him on a place that he is not comfortable with, and he is like there is a vulnerability there. He doesn't know how to handle it. He's like emotionally not there, you know.
By the way, this is off topic. I'll shut up again in just a second. I want to unpause the game here, though. But look at this smug piece of shit.
Yeah, Tails is just not doing anything.
Because, like, the game is not registering that we're moving right now.
Yeah, no.
So he's just like yawning.
He's just like, yeah,
"Man."
whatever.
Because, like, look, here, now, this time he's, like, following me like he's supposed to. But, like, before it wasn't even reading him as moving. I hate this. I hate this part of the level, by the way. Like, this level,
same.
as a whole, I like it, but this screw thing is fucking horseshit. Like, there's no way to avoid that shit that's shooting at you. Like, you can stop, it's still gonna hit you. It's, like, it's complete bullshit. It's, like, yeah, he's doing it again. Continue what you were saying, Chris. I'm sorry.
But I do feel like there is vulnerability. It's just not, let's stop and talk about it, vulnerability. It's just, you know, it's more of a...
Played up a lot more in the movie, at least.
Yeah, oh yeah, no, it's a way different type of vulnerability.
Yeah. God damn it. What a fucking dick move. What a fucking
Right?
shitty move.
I feel like the thing, though, about that argument, though, is the fact that, like, and I'm coming from a comic book standpoint, these characters have been around for 80 blank to 90 years. If you expect them to stay the same, you're fucking wrong.
Yeah, no, I mean, characters, like, characters that are this long lasting are gonna have to change. I mean, now we'll use Mario as an example. He's gonna talk in the new movie. That's not what Mario does. But are people gonna be angry about that? I mean, yes, because of Chris
Only because
Pratt.
it's Chris
but-
Pratt.
Hey, okay, hear me out. I feel like Mario talking in a platformer is not normal, but Mario talks a whole hell of a lot in the
Yeah.
RPGs.
Well, also like not Paper Mario, but the TV shows, the other movie. Mario is a character who speaks in like every other medium. In the comic, because apparently there's a really good Mario comic, but
There's multiple.
I've been interested in reading
Mario
them.
tells his soul to Satan.
Oh, probably.
I'm accepting Chris Pratt as their choice now. It's not really a choice that makes a lot of sense. I don't feel. I get that ring back.
I feel like accepting is not the word I'd use.
I'm tolerating.
Yeah. I don't even hate.
I'm not even annoyed by the voice. I'm just annoyed that they didn't like cast someone else. It's just like he's trying to do a voice. He's trying to do a voice. It's just he can't do a good Brooklyn accent.
The
Like,
problem with
the reason I think everyone was expecting him to just do the Chris Pratt voice is because they knew he couldn't do Mario. And obviously
Yeah.
he can't do Mario. So it's like, yeah, they're just gonna let him do Chris Pratt because, oh, he's a bankable actor. But no, they've got Chris Pratt, but he's doing some weird voice, and it's like,
Yeah.
why though? Why? Either get someone who can do Mario's voice, or just let Chris Pratt do his Chris Pratt voice.
Or
So
we
that
could
you
get
have
Charles
to
Martinet
celebrate.
to just do it.
yeah, you could have done that.
don't want to hear that voice for a movie.
But he okay.
I
you
love
could
Charles
play
Martinet.
it down though. He's a voice actor. He
You're
could
true.
do that.
That's true. That is true.
Like, and not only is he a voice actor for Mario, he's a voice actor for many characters. So it's
Right.
not like
Mhm.
and the thing that's funny about it is that, like, I feel like the thing is that we all overly exaggerate Mario's voice, but at the end of the day, he's not as grating as, like, people put it as.
Yeah.
Because, like, I feel like a lot of people over exaggerate Mario's voice.
That's
As a
Like, I
person that
wouldn't mind-
over exaggerates Mario's voice.
I wouldn't mind hearing, like, if people can stand to hear Mickey Mouse talk in his high-pitched fucking voice
Yeah.
for as long as he does in, like, his shows, fucking why can't we have Mario do it?
I like the Brooklyn accent they go for in the live-action movie and the TV show. Like, I'd like them to do that.
Yeah, you could have had that too as well, but no.
What was nice of the princess to invite us for a picnic, gay Luigi?
See, that's what I wish the movie, like, the
If
trailer
Bob
had opened up.
Hoskins, if Bob Hoskins was still alive, he absolutely should be the person they hire.
And he honestly would say no.
He probably would have. He probably would have, because that was his worst experience. He was asked in an interview what his like least favorite project was, and he did say Super Mario Brothers. But I gotta say, he saved that movie
Yeah.
because Bob Hoskins is
it was
fucking great in that movie.
Anyway, the problem with Chris Pratt is that he is concentrated essence of just some guy, which works for, say, his character in the Lego movie, Emmett, who is supposed to be concentrated essence of just some guy. But
Well, in
it
Star-Lord,
doesn't work
where
for
he's
Lego.
also just some guy.
Yeah,
Star-Lord is just some dude, though.
he is just some guy.
Yo, Star-Lord, your mom fucked the planet. That's why you're here.
I genuinely hate this.
Like, I really don't think that, that this Mario movie, I've heard, like, a lot of people be like, oh, it's gonna be terrible. I don't. I think it's gonna be fun.
I think it's. I'm more convinced every time they release something. Like that clip they played was a lot of fun to watch.
I mean, it
Right.
looks great. The movie looks fantastic.
It's like I said, I did say ahead of the first trailer, I think this is going to be Illumination's most well-animated movie.
Yeah.
But I am still a doubter. I still think this is not going to be good.
I'm also, like, a person that does not hate or does not understand the hate towards Illuminations.
Oh, I understand it. I think that they're an awful company.
I think a lot of people are just sick of Minions.
It's not just
Well, see,
Minions.
that's
I
a
don't.
whole
Minions isn't
different
even the most
thing, though.
That's not even the most offensive thing they've done to me.
As a parent, it is. As a parent, it is.
The Lorax makes me really angry because it's a movie
they
that
did that,
contradicts
yeah.
its message so hard.
See, like, okay, hold on. See, if that's what we're, I didn't count those movies because, yeah, no, those are, yeah, but no, you know, I don't. Outside of that, I don't. I feel like at worst their shit's like, yeah, that's not something I'd watch.
I am, for the most part, that's the standpoint I'll take. Because, like, Sing was whatever.
I do like listening to the soundtracks for Sing, though.
Yeah,
I like
I mean,
listening
they were
to
well-
the performances.
They were well done
Like Sing.
covers, but...
Yeah, the covers are great. I like listening to them, but I don't need to watch the movie. Like, if you want to get everything that's good out of Sing, just listen to the covers that
Yeah,
they
for
did
sure.
for that movie. But you don't really have to watch the movie because they're kind of meh.
Well, yeah, exactly. That's it. They're mad. Like, I watched Sing 2 recently and I didn't hate it. It was just like, yeah, it existed. It was cute.
Yeah.
I hate Illumination as a company a lot more than their movies. Now, the Lorax, I agree with Michael. I think the Lorax is fucking awful. But really, I hate Illumination as a company more than I hate any movie they have made individually.
Yeah, and that's kind of where I'm at, too, because I have not seen all of their movies. You know, I haven't seen The Grinch, I haven't seen Horton Hears a Who, I haven't seen
Horton Hears a
Secret
Who was
Life of
DreamWorks.
Pets. Oh yeah, that's right. It was the same like style, like it was the same mindset, but it was before Illumination took over because that was the first animated one they did.
Yes.
Like that was after the Cat in the Hat got the live action movies disowned.
Yes.
Yeah, I just, I don't even know if I can hate Illuminations, because, like, people keep going to see their movies, so it's one of those, like, yeah, the company might suck, but, like, clearly no one cares enough.
I hate their advertising. I think their advertising is obnoxious. Especially with the fucking Minions, but, like, all of their movies are, like, so aggressively. They have some of the most aggressive advertising campaigns I've ever seen. It's like, oh my god, dude, chill out.
Yeah. Fuck.
Taking his half out of the middle, not going the fucking speed limit.
But yeah, no, I don't hate Illuminations. I guess I just don't care enough.
I don't have the hatred for the Lorax that Michael and Matt do. I mean, I don't think much of it. But I do not hate it the way that they do.
I hated that movie when I was in like high school. I don't know that I can muster
Tails
up the
died.
same name and hate it now. Like I haven't watched it in so long, and I have no desire to watch it.
It is a movie that rubbed me the wrong way because it is preaching to you while not following its own advice even remotely.
Michael, you should call the police. That's all I have to
I
say.
hated it because I thought it was like the least original piece of trash I had ever seen. I'm like, oh my god, this is so derivative. I have seen this movie a million times. Please give me one iota of creativity. But nope. No, there was no creativity to be had with that film.
I'll spare you guys my Lorax rant. I remember one day at work I just sent it to Matt and like it was like paragraphs. It's just one of those movies that rubbed me the wrong way. There's not there's not a lot of movies I dislike that much.
You know, if you just said the movie was about environmentalism for cheeks, I would have appreciated it more.
Sandy Cheeks.
Sure, yeah.
I try not to be like too aggressive towards like disliking movies nowadays, though, because there is a part of me that's like, yeah, let's calm down, let's grow up a little bit. It's actually something that Matt was just talking about the other week. Like, I was like,
Angie over a silly little orange guy.
but but the
um,
Lorax is a movie where it's like I don't think that there was a lot of good faith when that one was made.
To be fair here, I will get upset about the little orange guy only because they got the right casting.
They did get a good casting. That's like Danny DeVito was the right pick for the Lorax.
I feel like I have all right to be angry about that.
You wasted Danny DeVito.
Yeah.
See, Matt says it's unoriginal, but I'm like, what did you want it to be about? Like, they already got the book. Like,
Well, the animated special I think was very original.
It kind of told the book to fuck off too, though.
Yeah.
I mean, in fairness, I also think the Lorax is kind of one of Seuss's weaker books. I get that he was going for, like, an environmental message, but I do think it's, like, I have problems with it.
I appreciate a lot because it was a children's story that did not give you a happy ending. It didn't necessarily give you an unhappy ending, but it left it kind of in an eerie place, and I actually really appreciated that.
Well, yeah, I mean, it kind of ends with, like, a call to action. It's like, hey, you know, things aren't good, but if you fix them, they could be.
Yeah, well, the modern one, like, no, they saved the day. It's all fixed.
They didn't even save the day for the environment.
That's a lot of pressure to put on you as a kid, though. Like, I remember reading those books and, like, feeling the same way as, like, only you can prevent wildfires. I'm like, only me? Really? Only? That's a lot of pressure for me, a child.
You know, I feel like at the end of the day, though,
Oh, I'm back here. Fuck.
I feel like I see the pressure argument, but also...
That's not even a whole argument for me. That's just something I think is funny.
I feel like the thing is that they shouldn't rely on kids, and I think that's kind of the point of the Lorax, is it's not just the kids are the only thing, it's including the adults as well.
Oh, yeah, I mean,
Because, like, at the end of the
main
day,
character
as a kid,
was
you
an
can't do
adult.
shit.
The main character was an adult. Like, you're supposed to not want to be like him, and you know, an adult with enough self-awareness could look at that character and be like, yeah, I don't want to be like that person.
That's
Guys,
the
you
problem,
have
is that most adults don't have that self-awareness.
Oh, yeah.
Did you have a book that legitimately traumatized you as a kid? Like, it was for elementary schoolers. It was supposed to be for kids, but it legitimately traumatized you.
If you a scary book or
Can't say
not.
like a scary book. Like, it can't be like Goosebumps or something.
Goosebumps made me laugh.
Yeah, Goosebumps normally made me laugh. I like the horror.
I mean, like you can't say something that's like intentionally scary. It's supposed to be scary.
I did hate the ventriloquist dummy Goosebumps. Night of the Living Dummy.
Matt hates
Part two.
ventriloquist dummies. This is
I
it's
do.
a known fact.
I think that. God damn it.
I honestly think that was always the funniest fear to me. That was always the funniest, like, horror thing to me that would come up. It would come up so often in shows and in books and stuff like that, and just in everything. Like, dummies and stuff are, like, very common horror things, and I just always thought it was funny.
Those things are fucking creepy, man.
And they never bothered me. I'm like, I don't get it.
Honestly, it's one of those, like, people will talk about, like, how scary clowns are less scary than normal clowns. I feel that way kind of about ventriloquist dummies. Like, they try to do a scary ventriloquist dummy, and it's nowhere near as creepy as just the normal ventriloquist dummy. Because they've added all of these, like, extra horror details, and it's like, okay, well, you know, that guy just kind of looks like a creepy little monster thing. I like, ventriloquist dummies creep me the fuck out because they're just so, like, lifeless. There's something off about them. They're the uncanny valley, you know? They really are the uncanny valley.
Thanks, I guess?
Uh-oh.
Anyways, I'll get
Fuck
back
you.
briefly.
So,
I do have a
So I
book
have
that,
a-
like... Oh, go ahead.
Oh god, no. You say yours first.
It's not really one that traumatized me, but it's one that weirded me out as a kid. I had a hard time thinking of one that traumatized me, but I'm kind of curious if you guys have ever heard of this one now. It was the true story of the Three Little Pigs. It was like this.
Yo, that shit was dope.
It rings a bell.
I liked it a lot. It didn't like traumatize me, but it was one that weirded me out because it was like just kind of like darker than most things I read as a kid. Because this was like this is something I read when I was like 4 years old,
Yeah.
But oh fuck you. This level's fucking annoying. Sorry. But it's one where, like, it's like the Big Bad Wolf's, like, telling the story from his perspective and whatnot, and the whole idea is it's like, oh, it was all just a misunderstanding, but the funny thing about it is even as he's describing how it was a misunderstanding, he still comes off as, like, a really horrible person in it. Because it is one of those ones where the pigs die and get eaten, because there are different iterations of that story, some where the pigs all make it out alive, and some where only the third makes it out alive. I think the initial story is like the other two die. And it's just to like show kind of like a wit thing, like, oh, the third pig was smart, he built his house more like clever, because old fucking fables were always really dark. But in this one, it ends with him, like, the Big Bad Wolf, like, he does kill, like, murder and like eat the two other pigs, but he's talking about it so casually, like he's like a fucking weird, creepy serial killer in this one. Because he's like basically just shown off as this like fucking nerd character almost. And it's just weird. And then at the end, he goes to fucking prison. He gets like a life sentence. And it's like, yeah, it was just like, I don't know, like it didn't traumatize me or anything. It didn't even really scare me. I just remember as a kid thinking like, this is bizarre. But it is a kid's book. It's not supposed to be like an adult comedy sort of thing. No, it is like a children's book.
Yeah, that version of that story really reminds me of the Ratchet and Clank 2016 game that was based off the movie.
Yeah.
Only because Cork is telling the story, and I'm like, this reminds me of that kid's book. So.
This is one thing for me, and I remembered it because I saw it in a bookstore well, I went to Barnes & Noble recently and I saw it. But A Bad Case of the Stripes. Do either of you remember this fucking book?
Yes! Is it the one where she eats fucking lima beans at the end?
Okay, yes. So she gets this disease that makes her change, like, if she gets like different colors and patterns on her body, and she like changes shapes, and eventually she just morphs into her whole group. Like she
I know that book.
Basically like becomes symbiotic with her bedroom.
You know what?
And
that book did creep me out.
Terrifying.
That book did creep me out.
It was so fucking terrifying. I had nightmares about that book.
That made me feel bad.
It terrified me.
There was... Oh, man, yeah, no, I do remember that.
I really wanted you to describe it, and I absolutely loved it.
I'm trying to think. You actually just made me think of another one, actually. This was just a book that was available. I never even read the book, but I saw they had, like, it was, like, for a book fair. They had, like, trailers that they were playing for, like, some of the books that were going to be available. This was, like, elementary school. Come on, why weren't those things out yet? But, I think I'm gonna quit. Because it's getting late.
It sure is.
But I'll finish this thought. In fact, I'll let the stream go for a little bit because, it's behind.
I see.
But, it was like this trailer for a book about a dog that goes missing and gets like caught by a dog like catcher to take it to the pound, and the trailer they had for it was like so fucking like upsetting for a kid, because it just shows like a dog, like a man putting a real dog into a net, and the dog is like whimpering and trying to get out, and it's playing like this intense music as it's happening. And as a kid, I hated that trailer so much. It was like it was upsetting to me. There's just a
Yeah,
dog getting hurt.
that makes sense. No one wants to see that shit.
Yeah. But yeah, the striped girl, that was a big one. There was another thing that kind of creeped me out as a kid, and it was like, funny enough, like the fact that it creeped me out means I missed the point entirely. But did any of you have this? It wasn't a book. It was just like this cutout character. I don't know if this like
The Flat
trans.
Stanley.
No, he was a book. He was a book. It was
Oh yeah,
this,
he was, wasn't he?
It was this female. It was a female character, and she had like a really complicated name that I can't tell you. And her head was a baseball bat. Let me look up. I wonder if I can find a picture of her. I'm gonna look up. Her head was shaped like a baseball bat. Catalina Madalena. Hold
Can
on.
you send a picture?
I'm gonna find it. Yeah, okay. Here, I found her. This character.
Not ringing any bells for me, but I'll take a look.
I'll put it in general. Yeah, this is a fucking flashback. This character creeped me out, but it's more of like a nursery rhyme sort of thing. Again, this was like a really
Mm-hmm.
this is like a really old one. Like this is like a memory from being 5. Here we go.
Not seeing. Okay.
I haven't posted it yet. This
Oh,
bitch.
interesting.
Yeah, that's kind of fucked up.
Interesting.
And the whole idea is that she's supposed to be unsettling, but she has a heart of gold. As you see her, they're like, that's the message of the song. Okay, the whole name was Catalina Madalena Upsadina Wakadina Hoka Poka Loka. So it's like a really ridiculous fucking name.
Mm-hmm.
Names number 2.
So none of you had this thing.
No.
Nope.
Honestly, the Google search images, there's not a lot, so I'm assuming a lot of people didn't.
You know where I want to go?
Funky Town?
Yeah, I want to go to the Bass Pro Shop Pyramid.
I'd say this much, it's not like the character wasn't like creepy enough to where it would even make it on like the childhood trauma video if I was thinking about it at the time. But it was just like kind of an unsettling character to me. But again, that's kind of the point of the story. Like you're supposed to be unsettled by her, but like accept that she has a good heart regardless.
That's kind of out of pocket. Like, I get the point. But, like,
It is like
know.
they could go for like they could have done something different with the eyes, I feel.
yeah.
Like honestly, if those
love her.
rings weren't around the eyes, I think it'd be better.
I feel
I
like,
love
like, I feel like now I appreciate them, but as a kid,
I mean, I think, something like, like Scary Godmother does this a lot better, where they just have, like it's a cute monster. You get that it's supposed to be, oh, he's a monster, he's scary, he's got, like, sharp teeth and stuff, but it's still, like, a cute design.
Right.
I think the
Well,
worst
hear-
thing about
hear-
it
hear
is
me out,
the
hear me
eyes,
out.
and that's it.
There's
Hear
a
me
cute
out.
design.
No.
Hear me the fuck out. I think that she should stay the same. She should stay the way she is. I wouldn't change a thing. No notes. And that's more effective to the point. That speaks much more to the point.
I don't disagree. I don't think she was like too scary either. Like I said, it's not like it was. If I remembered it when I was making my childhood trauma video, I would have chosen not to include it because it wasn't like something that deeply disturbed me.
Mm-hmm. I think the framing of the second picture makes her seem a lot scarier because it looks like she fucking hung herself or something.
Yeah. Is this entity that can
It
fly
looks
at
like
you?
some fucking found footage
It's
film.
the lower quality that partially does it.
No, honestly, the second image, it just looks like a bad paper mache thing you'd make for like a bad, construction paper thing you would make for your parents when you were a kid, and they'd be like, "Oh, that's nice," and they'd hang it up on the wall and be like, "Yeah, look at my construction paper person.
Look, I'm not gonna lie to you. We can tell kids to not be shits about like how people appear all we want, and I believe that like, you know, it might just be from the time I'm from, but
Kids are always
yeah,
going to be
putting-
little shits. That's
putting
never
putting
gonna
that
stop.
putting that into practice ain't as easy as people say it is.
Oh no, there'll be good kids. Like it's not guaranteed that every kid is gonna be a fucking asshole, but you're never gonna get rid of it altogether. It's like it's always
Yeah,
gonna
no.
be a thing. You can make an
It's
effort.
just-
You can make an effort to try to limit it.
Oh no,
but-
for sure. I'm saying definitely make an effort. I just feel like regardless of how this character looks, I don't think I've been burned too many times, Chief, is what I'm saying.
Both of the pictures of Nosy Bonk I sent are the horror versions, and other these are the ones that made it onto the show. I like Nosy Bonk. He's a good horror character. He's not supposed to be a horror character, but if he wasn't a horror character, he would have been abandoned completely. So you know what? No one would fucking know Nosy Bonk if it weren't for those creepy videos. Anyways, I'm gonna end the stream now.
I would love